ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟ್ರೇಲ್ ಎಂಬುವ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸಂಗ್ ಹೀರೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್ ಅವರ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯ ಈ ಸಮಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರು, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕರು, ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು, ನನ್ನ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆತ್ಮೀಯರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯಜಿ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಶಾಸಕ ಯುವ ಮಿತ್ರರಾದಂಥ ರಿಜ್ವಾನ್ ಅರ್ಷದ್ ಅವರೇ, ಮತ್ತು ಎಡಿಟರ್ ಆದಂಥ ನೀನಾ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವರೇ, ಹಾಗೂ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟ್ರೇಲ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖರೇ, ನೆರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯರೇ, ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮಂದಿರೇ, ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗಿರೇ, ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜೆಂಟಲ್ಮನ್, ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಥರದ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಈಗಿರುವಂಥ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೈಲಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಆ ಹೂವಿನ ಗುಚ್ಛದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಹೂವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷದ ವಿಚಾರ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದಂಥ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಇದು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಮನಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಹಾರೈಕೆಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಇಂಡೀಡ್ to launch News Trail, a national daily, at this crucial hour where the entire world and the nation and the state is passing through COVID turmoil. At the same time, all the countries are struggling not only to fight the COVID, but to come out of it and improve their economic growth. This is a crucial time where every bit of information has a lot of weightage. A right information is need of the hour. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ಯವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಬೆಲೆ ಬಾಳುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುದರ್ಶನ್ ಬಳ್ಳಾಳ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನೀನಾ ಗುಪ್ತಾ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಇಂಡಿಡ್. ಸರ್ಟನ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. To start a newspaper itself is a challenge. That too in this COVID period. It is not only a challenge, it is not only a venture, it's an adventure. And all the people who are in the management have taken up courage to pick up this adventure. And the adventure is high risk, high gain. If you can get over this challenge, then the gains are also very high. So always adventure has this kind of advantage. A person who can take up the challenge and overcome it will have a greater advantage. And I wish and pray that a news trail will have this kind of success and overcome this challenge and have an advantage in these present circumstances. The very name is very interesting, news trail. Normally newsman trail, but news trail is something, a different thing, a different dimension to the whole thing. Of course, news are trailed, And first the news comes up, then the trail comes up, then the story is built up. So sometimes it other round, there is a story, then you create a news for it. So it's a both ways. As we have got so many ways in politics, even in press they have got so many ways to project the news and thereafter. I was wondering why you have called me for inauguration and including my leader of opposition to inaugurate. I think Sudarshan Ballal was a good enough. On neutrality ground, you could have called a lot of other people also. But the fact of the matter is that both ways it is true that politicians can't afford without press. Wait for a moment, you have to clap much more. As well as press can't afford without politicians. See, imagine a paper without political news. Now who is going to read it? The first page, the center page, the editorial is about us, our actions, our decisions, our roles. Without politician, no paper or a TV can be interesting. Similarly, for a politician, unless until his thoughts, his views is aired, if it is not known, then he can't survive. Communication to the people is through press. That's why cleverly somebody has said it's a fourth pillar. But nowadays it is the only pillar. What appears in the news is a perception. So in a war of perception, the press plays a very important role. So I wish that news trail will trail the truth, the real facts, and what is good for the society. There is a very small issue that for a pressman, it is already fixed that negativity sells. I think with the advent of internet, social media, it is not so. Earlier, news were sought after and then written, and even in electronic media it was shown. It was not driven by any other media. But nowadays, entire media, especially electronic media, is driven by social media. What is which news is trailed? Based on that, the electronic media picks up. Based on that, newspaper picks up. Because nobody wants to lose anything, whether it is right, wrong or rubbish. They don't want to miss it. That is the competition they have. Huge competition is there in press. अगर किसी ने किसी चैनल पे कुछ बोल दिया और इस चैनल पे नहीं आया तो उसका करस्पॉन्डेंट का पूरा धमाल बच जाएगा. He will be hauled up. And electronic media is always on their heels, because every minute it counts, every second it counts. But still, the people believe the credibility is in the print media. They might see any news, but they get it confirmed in the print media. Therefore, print media plays a very important role, and I wish that news trail will get that kind of importance very soon. As far as English paper is concerned in Karnataka, there are established papers, they are well written papers, they are well followed papers. but still there is a space for a new thinking, new approach, new standards, where people will be really appreciating it. And I know that when Vijay Karnataka had come, everybody was saying, where is the space for leadership? But it created its own leadership, a new leadership. In fact, it created so much more new leadership that a lot of other papers are also surviving. Therefore, you have to create that new leadership which is not existing. Don't go after the established leadership. You'll be wasting your time and energy. If the new leadership comes, then the old leadership also will come. So think differently, think big, think the right thing, good for the people. People will certainly follow you, read you, and buy your paper and make it successful. I wish all the success to the news trail. And another good thing, you are felicitating the unsung heroes of pandemic. It's a good gesture, a good beginning the news trail has done. So it is an indication that we are going to recognize the unsung heroes. We are going to recognize the hard work they have put. We are going to recognize how the people have fought the pandemic along with the government and society. So it's a very good start. It's a very humane start you have done. Congratulations and wish you all the success. Thank you.